Morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Mindset Monday. See where it says custom
I say
streaming?
that means they were alive. Good morning. I'm learning.
I'm Shelley Butler.
And I'm Yves Doucet.
I know, and this is Mindset Monday.
It is. Yeah. Have you
It's our
have you
thing every
driven to the mall recently? Like not gone into the mall, but driven to the mall?
I drove past the mall
Okay.
yesterday. I drove
Yeah.
past the mall.
And
Yeah.
how was that experience for you?
Uh, I, Fine.
Oh yeah. You didn't feel like people were kind of all over the place, driving weird?
Oh my, it's been insane out
Mm.
there. It's been insane. We've
Yeah.
had 100,000 people supposedly come to our greater Moncton area, surrounding area. 100,000. Now, for me, I think that is absolutely uh, beyond. We do not have the infrastructure to handle all these people.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that why? You mean it's always like that at the mall? Okay, let me ask you a different question.
Okay.
Do you find people are like um they're like speaking faster or like
I think everybody's out of their mind.
what, describe what that means?
Christmas
Oh, what
time,
you got?
Christmas time,
What did you get?
every because I went
Oh,
to Dovico.
right, okay,
Just
okay.
a second. We're doing a small training.
So when she doesn't show up, I need to know.
You streamed
Okay.
on mine last time, but I just shared it.
Oh, there you go. Okay, okay, got it. All right.
Yes.
Okay, got it. I'm all set.
Um,
All trained up.
so at Christmas time, everybody is in their to-do list,
I like my
right?
sweater.
They're not here. Leonard's got the same one in gray.
Really? I
Yeah,
like my
he
sweater.
loves it. He loves it.
Yeah,
Looks really nice.
thanks. Somebody told me I
Hey,
look
Blue.
somebody told me I looked like Mark Carney the other day.
Mhm.
Do I look like Mark? I think it was a compliment.
It is. Mark
Yeah.
Carney's a handsome dude. You're a
That's
pretty handsome dude. You look like Yves Doucet.
thanks.
Yeah, yeah. You're a pretty handsome dude. We used to have
Like
people
this
come in
shows
for
so
interviews.
much.
Remember years ago, we used to have
Oh yeah.
people come in for interviews. They
Jesus.
come into my office and be like, I'm sweating. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
Very
let's
nice.
go back to topic
Okay.
here.
So Christmas holidays, Christmas to-do lists, Christmas everything, right? People are like, oh my God, I got to decorate. I have to have all the food and I have to have all the right food. I have to have all the right presents. I have to have the best wrapping paper, right? And then it's a bit of a competition with their friends and their friends and how many presents are going to be under that tree for my kid compared to how many presents are going to be under, their
Picking
tree
the
for their
right
kid.
present. Yeah.
All of that stuff. So what happens is, yeah, you're out there driving, you're going to notice it. People have no idea. They're not paying attention. They're in their to-do list. They're in their minds. They've lost their minds, a lot of them. They've lost their minds.
They're thinking. Yeah. You
Yeah.
you find this time of year for you that does it go fast or slow? Like as you get older, does time go faster for you?
I- It did for the longest time. I would always say, where did this week go? Where did
And
this
and now
month go?
and now it's not like that?
It's not like that at all.
Mm.
No, it's not like that at all. When I started to really work on me,
Yeah.
so at Dovico, we have a motto, a mantra, a theme. It's actually on our science is people helping people grow. That also means you're helping yourself grow. So if I listen to like my mom and my stepdad, it would always be this life goes so fast, Shelley.
Mm.
Careful. This it's gone before you know it. I didn't want that. I didn't
Right.
want that. And I remember years ago you saying it doesn't have to.
No.
It doesn't have to go quickly.
No.
So it goes at the perfect amount of time for me. I never have a week that's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never have a month that, oh my God, I didn't even notice that month. I never have what I loved probably the best is I never have where did the summer go anymore?
Right.
I never have that. And I
Oh,
think
that's
that
interesting.
isn't that interesting?
Mm.
So I think that what happens is if you're in the where did that month go? You can and you've actually said the words, it means that you weren't present.
Right.
You didn't have enough, you didn't create enough space for yourself of doing the things that you love to do, of being present in the things that you love to do. That you just kind of lost your way. And the
So
month will go. The month
so
will be gone.
this is interesting because I think we all can remember when we were preteens, like, 14, 13, 12, and summer just like was eternal. It was like it lasted forever,
Forever,
right?
to the point where you couldn't wait to get back to school,
Yeah.
right? You
It
couldn't
was
wait to
so
get your Christmas.
forever.
It was
Yeah. But
forever.
now, like most people you talk to, they'll say, no, time goes by so fast. As you get older, time goes by faster.
Yeah,
Well, time doesn't get faster when time is just a contract of your
it
mind. It's just
is. It is.
time
Yeah.
is not going faster. It's your perception of time that goes faster,
Yeah.
right? So your perception as you grow older is like, oh, I have less and less time, so therefore I got to rush to do more and more things in order to, have the life that I want, and you're missing life.
And you're missing life.
Yeah.
And what happens, my mom lives in a senior's home, and a lot of the words, where did the time
So
go?
if you think about Christmas for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You think what we're trying to do is remember. Do you remember your Christmas when you were young?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
How excited you were?
Yeah.
So what we do as parents, right, is we try to recreate this excitement for our kids. And we're thinking it's about the presents or the food or whatever it is, right? We're trying to make it so perfect in order to relive that, right? Someone else's eyes. But what we don't understand is that we don't remember the presents.
No.
Do you remember what is the present that you remember from your
Kerplunk.
kerplunk? So it's like one present.
I remember one
One
present.
present. I don't remember
Kerplunk.
one present. And my mom and dad were generous. They gave us presents. It's
Yes.
not that I
But you
didn't
don't
have.
remember one thing?
No, not one thing.
I remember Kerplunk. And do you know why I remember Kerplunk?
Well, I love the game.
Right?
Yeah,
It
kerplunk.
it had Kerplunk.
Is it because you played?
It's,
Do you remember the game because you got the gift, or do you remember playing kerplunk?
oh, I remember playing
It's
Kerplunk.
not that you got the gift. You see?
Well, but do you know, this is why I believe
You
that
think
this is a huge memory for me, is because my girlfriend got Kerplunk the Christmas before. Now, if you remember, Kerplunk had the best commercial. It was like Trouble.
right,
Remember? It had the best commercial. And of course, so I wanted Kerplunk. But in our family, and like every family back in the day, you waited for Christmas.
right.
So I had to wait a
So
whole
you had to wait.
year, a whole year.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
yeah, the possibility of having that game. And yeah, we played that game all through Christmas. You know, it probably went away and never came out again after Christmas, honestly. But it was one of the best gifts. Well, it was the only gift I really remember, right? So it was the gift. And that is what makes uh the holiday kind of thing
What makes
back
a
in our
holiday?
day. Well,
Because you had to wait?
because you had to wait. So Leonard, for instance, he started hockey every year, and he remembers saying,
Mm.
"Mom," right? Because he was always a Toronto guy, so it was blue and white socks, right? And he'd say, "Mom, my socks are full of holes," and she'd like, "Christmas is soon," and he'd be
Uh,
like, "The socks were full of holes,"
uh,
but you waited, right? You couldn't wait to get your hockey socks at
so how many,
Christmas,
so
but
quite,
nobody waits anymore.
okay, so I have a few questions for the
Hey,
audience there. So the first question is,
yeah.
what present do you remember? And the other one is, do you wait for anything?
Oh my God,
What?
Dion, light bright.
Oh, light bright. I remember that
Oh,
one.
a
Yeah.
light
So,
bright, making things with light.
oh my God, I remember the jingle.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the
Things with
PI
light bright.
PI jingle?
The PEI jingle,
One
1-800.
567 something like that.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Leonard's singing
Almost.
that right
Yeah.
now.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
The
He
PI
remember. He
jingle or
definitely
the Greco
remembers.
Greco jingle? Yeah.
Yeah. Some of us. Hi, Rachel, Trent, Felicia, Dion. Rachel, what was your favorite gift? Come on, girl. Felicia, how about you? What was your favorite gift?
What do you remember
Yeah.
about your gifts?
Or what
And
do you remember
what
about
do you remember of Christmas for you? What was the
what was Christmas?
Well, for me, it was I remember waking up and
Mm-hmm.
being excited to be excited with my
Mm-hmm.
siblings, right? I still remember that. It wasn't, I don't remember the gift. I remember the food, the
Yeah.
preparation for the food, and just being excited.
Just being
I remember
excited.
being excited. And maybe that's what you remember. Like if you look at waiting for the socks, right? You remember being excited. Kerplunk, you remember being excited.
Excited.
So this is what we are missing as adults. We're missing. See, we try to recreate that moment, but we forget about being excited.
you can't recreate being excited for something. See, the thing is we live in an instant environment. If I wanted kerplunk today, or my daughter wanted kerplunk, I would just order from Amazon and it would
And
come in
get
a
it right
couple of
away.
days. Like who
S-
how often have you said to your kids over even the last 10 years, well, you'll get that at Christmas. Like if they send
Never.
me a
I've never done that. Never.
like we
I just buy it. And I have how many times have you send that? Like if you look at you and your spouse and you say, okay, I'll just buy it right away. So you buy your own stuff, don't you?
I've
Do you have your own your
haven't
money?
bought a Christmas gift in 5 years.
You have your own
I
money?
have my own money,
So I
and
could buy you could buy your own flowers.
I buy my yes. Yes.
So you don't have to wait for them anymore.
Absolutely.
See,
Yeah.
yeah, but your husband is smart. He's making you wait for the toilet in your new one. So it's going to be a surprise when you get it. So there's something to be
Bidet or no bidet?
so
No.
there's something to be said about like living in the surprise. So what we were doing as kids is we couldn't wait to go to bed and we slept like babies because we were hoping, well, we were expecting, we knew that tomorrow was going to be a surprise,
There's oh yeah, there
right?
was something.
So we don't sleep well because we sleep in the expected. We sleep in, oh, I have my to-do list. I have all these things I want to do tomorrow. And we don't sleep well because we go to bed thinking about the to-do list. So we don't get into theta or alpha mode. We don't sleep well because we're busy being busy.
Mm.
But the kids sleep well because they're excited. So if you go to bed excited to say, I wonder what surprise is going to show up. So yesterday I was surprised because you sent me this nice text.
Yeah.
That was a surprise. Every single day there's a surprise, right?
Yeah.
There's surprise, and doesn't come in socks. It comes in moments. It comes in, the barista making a smiley on your cup, or me talking to my father-in-law yesterday, and he was like half drugged because they put him on calmant, like drugs to calm him
Yeah,
down
yeah, yeah.
because he's in so much pain.
Mm.
And he was like closing his eyes, and is that you, Eve? Yeah, yeah. You still look ugly, he says. I laughed so hard. It's 96, right? And so he couldn't see me. And I think, oh my God. So this is a surprise. Like it comes through in different places,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And so instead of going to bed thinking about your to-dos, go to bed thinking about the surprises you got this morning. So this
Mm.
is a gift. I'm just telling you what I do. So every night I go to bed, I'm thinking about what the surprises I had today. Like your text, I had a friend of mine reach out and say, "You want to go to USFAR today?" Imagine that. Two guys, we're going to USFAR, two friends, we're going to go there
Have
on
fun.
Thursday. Beautiful, right? I hadn't heard from
Mm.
him for a while. Had some friend reach out and say, "Hey, do you want to have a coffee?" Right? Had a wonderful conversation with my daughter, right, about her life and my life, and so these were all surprises,
Lovely.
right?
Yep.
So surprises don't necessarily happen in socks or kaplunk or gifts, but they can, right? So we think that the surprise is the unwrapping of the gift,
Yeah.
but it's actually being in the moment and being surprised. You want to read some of that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. I do.
So what is Felicia saying?
Oh, so Felicia is saying, I remember the year we got a computer. My favorite gift, I think, was probably getting gifted tickets to see my favorite author at the Fry Festival.
Well,
Oh,
that's
I love
interesting.
that.
Now that she mentions it, I do remember having a computer. My father bought a computer for the whole family. It was a TRS 80. You remember those?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I was super excited. I remember that. That was at Christmas. And I was so excited. Now I knew it was coming, but I waited for it and to unravel it. I played for that with that thing for hours.
Oh, that's
You know, yeah.
awesome.
I remember that actually.
Oh, so Rachel, Chrissy doll. Oh my
I
God,
don't know
Rachel,
what
I
that is.
remember your Chrissy doll.
What's a
It
Chrissy
was
doll?
like one of the very first dolls that actually like moved. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
okay.
Yeah, it stood up and stuff. Yeah, she
Okay.
had a Chrissy doll, and she looked just like her Chrissy doll. The gift I remembered most is the
Transformer.
constructions Transformers. Yeah,
Hmm.
transform more than meets the eye. I was a big commercial girl. Can you
Well,
tell?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And now you can't, right? We hover over skip. Loved my light bright. I remember my grandfather throwing tinsel in the tree. I never
Yeah.
saw him laugh before like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
because we were like it's bunches of tinsel that were one by one.
one by one. Oh,
Yeah.
my mother was so one by
Oh, really?
one. Oh,
We
yeah.
had a we had a neighbor that was like that, one by one. And their tree was beautiful, but
Oh, yeah.
ours was
Mom's
more
was too.
kerplunk.
Yeah. Kerplunk. Yeah, no, mom was very particular, one strand at a time. And I
Yeah.
mean, now you couldn't find tinsel. People probably don't even know what tinsel is. You know what I mean? Like the youngsters kind of thing. They probably don't even like nobody does tinsel
Yeah.
because now
No.
it kills your animals.
So let's
Never
do
did
so
before
that
back in our day, but
I love the participation here. So what? Let's go back on to tomorrow, and then we're going to ask the same to our participants here, listeners.
Mm,
What surprises did you get yesterday? So I'm going to ask you from that,
mm.
Shelley. Like what? And I'll tell you a few things. I've told you a few things that were surprises for me yesterday. Another one was I went to teach at the YMCA, and this student came up to me and she says, "You know, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't come." And she says, I had such a busy day. Went to concerts and shopping. I was so tired. And typically on Sunday night, I would put my PJs, but I said, no, Eve's teaching. I'm going to go to the in class. Now that was a surprise, right?
That's nice. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's
So
nice.
surprises come in different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Different ways.
Yep.
You never know where the surprise is going to come from.
No,
Surprise with my daughter, she shared with me a very intimate moment about her job. I was very grateful for that. She wasn't looking for advice. She wasn't looking for. She was just looking for a listener,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I talked to her with my surprise with my father-in-law, and then the surprise that you sent me a nice message saying, "Hey, I love you. I miss you."
Yeah.
I won't repeat it all, but yeah.
Yeah.
So there's surprises, right? So what surprises can you think of that was unexpected yesterday that happened?
For me, I went for an impromptu walk with my sister. Now I'm in the woods all the time, but my sister was like, I'm gonna come and pick you up. Anytime my sister drives in the winter time, because when she arrived here from Ontario a few years ago, she just told us that she wouldn't be driving. Her car would be parked and she would be taking the bus. She has never taken the bus once, and the fear of driving has left her. So she
Hmm.
goes all over the place. So in the wintertime when she calls to say, I'm going to come get you, let's go for a walk. Went for a nice walk in Mill Creek. When I come home, I said to my husband, I'm going to zip to Cocan. Cocan has a beautiful pork um, farm, and
Okay.
they're in the Cocan variety. Their pork is amazing. So I literally drive down there to get my meat, and my husband said I'd love to come with.
So why was that a
That was
surprise?
that was a surprise. Well, because for him to zip to drive to Kokan is, you know what I mean. That's
Right.
not a. But yeah, he wanted to
Yeah.
go for a nice drive. We kind of drove around a bit. We stopped by the house, and I noticed there was a whole bunch of cables poking out from
Oh,
the build.
okay.
You know,
That was a surprise.
red and blue. Well, I had taken pictures before, but
Uh-huh.
obviously was not present when I was there
Okay.
last time because I didn't see any of these red and blue wires,
So
cables. It's just the
it's
hot and cold water lines, yeah, that are running out of the yeah. But I was
surprise.
well, I was because now I really got to see this is where the sink is gonna go.
Okay.
This is where
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
you get to unravel that gift.
it got
See?
it was
Yeah.
all yeah. It was
Right.
all a
And how
yeah.
does that make you feel inside?
It felt great.
Okay.
The day
A
day
sense of like
the day
happiness
felt
and
amazing. Yeah, I am.
yeah.
My whole world is about gratitude and being thankful for
Yeah.
everything that I have. You know, the one thing, we were coming back from Leonard's MRI this morning, and he hit every green light, and he was
Oh,
like, "Oh,
good.
look at that!" And I was like, "We're lucky.
Yeah.
It's because we're lucky.
Yeah.
You just have to
It's
know you're lucky."
you have to like, yeah, accept that you are.
And you just accept that you
Yeah.
are,
Yeah.
right? So of course, then he's like, "We're so lucky. We have $1 million. We have $1 million." I was like, "Okay, well, it doesn't work necessarily like that, but if you truly believe,
Yeah. Okay, good. So these are all like little surprises that you get, right? So, are these more or different, or like are they different than Kerplunk? Are they more or less, or what?
well, it's a different brain now, right? I mean, it's definitely a different mindset and a
So
different
I'm gonna
brain.
take you back to seeing your house
Mm-hmm.
with those wires sticking out,
Mm-hmm.
those pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that feeling?
Yeah.
Do you remember the feeling for Kerplunk?
Yeah.
Is it same?
No.
It's different.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's definitely different.
Okay.
Uh, Kerplunk had no attachment, let's say,
Ah, okay. Whereas
right?
the house has one.
A whole lot more thinking
Okay.
involved, a
Okay.
whole lot more. Yeah,
Look, you can stop yourself. Like it has a kind of a meaning and significance.
Oh, I put a whole bunch of
Okay.
meaning and significance behind that. Did I walk away feeling absolutely grateful that I'm here and building, my dream home? Absolutely. No,
Okay.
no, no question. But it does have some attachment and I have to work through that. Like it's not always
When you lose the
clear.
moment when you have attachment, yeah. You're waiting for the next thing, right?
Well, what
Next
happens?
gift, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
To
As
put
opposed to just being there
there
with the
in the moment.
blue and red. Yeah. Now it's what's next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is what we do. That's why time
That's the
is
truth.
that's why time speeds up. We do the next to do, the next what's next instead of being in the present moment and being surprised. Right? Right. So you want to read some of them?
I do. So Diane says my daughter's 19 years old and she surprised me by coming to mass.
Right.
That's beautiful. And Felicia took her daughter to see The Grinch yesterday, and Curtis went too. And he's not a huge movie guy. So that is, it's kind of like my husband coming for a drive to Coquin to pick up meat, right?
Right.
It's not something that always happens. And Aunt Elma
Hi,
is
Aunt Alma.
watching. She's the spaghetti lady.
Oh.
Make the
Mm.
best spaghetti.
Oh, we should have a
Yeah,
spaghetti op.
and that was Christmas Eve that we went
Mm.
to her place years and years ago. Amazing woman. And my girlfriend Rachel, of
Mm.
course, is watching.
So so that's what happens as adults. We forget to be in the moment. So
Yeah.
you got Kaplunk, you played with Kaplunk, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? So and that's fine. And then you stayed in that moment. What you did with the house is you didn't stay in the moment. You
I
went
moved on to
into
the
do.
next. Yep.
Yeah.
I moved
And
on
end
to the
up,
next thing
you
instead
know,
of celebrating that.
celebrating that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's why we're busy being busy. That's why our minds go like monkey. We're trying to recreate this feeling, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to recreate any feeling, to tell you the truth. I'm not, and I know that there's lots of people out there. I want to create a new feeling. I don't necessarily want to create the feeling that I got when I
I
had
get it.
Kerplunk. I want to
A
create
new feeling.
I want to create a new feeling. I want to
Yeah.
create new vibes. I
A-
want to create new memories.
And who's in charge of that?
Well, I think each one of us are in charge of that.
Yeah, you decide your own. You can create your own
Yeah,
feeling.
I can have everybody over and do mimosas and serve beautiful food. But if you're in a shitty mood, I mean, there's probably not much that I'm gonna be able to help you with. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm going to create my own mood and my own, um, remembering of that particular Christmas event. You know what I mean? But I, bottom line, I am in a space where I just enjoy every moment. Even at the Dumont Hospital,
You enjoy the moments.
I enjoy,
Hmm.
yeah, I enjoy the moments, I mean, I settled in for a long winter's nap there because I figured it would take
It
forever.
could take a while.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so instead of see, I used to go into things going, oh, great. Am I gonna miss Mindset Monday? How is it? Oh, this is like I
Mm.
can't even believe like I have to, right? I
Yeah.
would be like that. And now I'm just whatever. And you're so gracious. You're like, I got you. You know what I mean? If you don't make it, like I got you, whatever it is. So I think that we are in charge of this life that we have,
See,
and it's fleeting. So
that's interesting, right? Because you could see that you could run into a trouble and you could worry about things, and you said, "No, I'm just gonna stay here, be with my husband, and it's gonna take the time it's gonna take, and my team's got my back, my friends got my back."
yeah,
And we don't realize that asking for help sometimes puts us in this bind of or even letting go. Sometimes you need to let
you
go.
need to let
You can't
go.
do everything, right? And
Yeah.
it's not going to change the excitement. The excitement will be there if you choose to be excited,
Yeah.
if you choose your emotions that you want, if you choose to wake up excited every day, go to bed excited, can't wait for tomorrow morning. Like
Yeah.
it was Christmas. What if Christmas was tomorrow? Could you be excited? Why do we need a special day to be excited?
And I can't tell you how many people's sphincters, what if Christmas was tomorrow? People's sphincters just went like that. Because I swear to God, people are like, I don't have my gift. I don't have the things. I don't have the, and that's what they believe is truly about Christmas, right?
Okay, so what if Christmas was tomorrow?
Mm,
Could you be excited? Where did your brain go today? When I said that, like the participants, maybe you can, like the viewers,
yes.
when I said,
Leslie
what
Ann.
if Christmas was tomorrow? What is the feeling comes up? Are you feeling excited or stressed?
Yeah.
And can you change it?
Yeah. What if you don't have the
What
right
if,
cheese?
what
What
if,
if you don't
so
have, what
what?
if you didn't have, what if the turkey did not cook? Right?
I've
What
had
if
that. Can you tell me your worst cooking, family cooking? Can you tell me your worst family cooking?
Oh God, I made yeah, for Christmas morning, I made one of those casseroles, one of those Christmas casseroles. You put all the the bread and all the egg and the milk and stuff, and it just didn't cook like it was 45 minutes an hour later, and it was just like serving mush instead of like serving like French toast.
Uh,
It was just like wet bread. It was so nasty.
and what turned out, did you lose all your friends and your family?
No, I opened up another bottle of champagne and we had
Oh,
more mimosas.
there's always things, right?
There's always ways around that, right? And put on a bit of a fry on a pan,
Yeah,
right? A hot
yeah.
pan, throw that in there,
And just do
right?
something.
Boom, French toast.
And that's what living in the moment means.
And
It's
that's
just, you know what, we're going to do this and have fun,
we're
right?
gonna do this and
And have
have
fun.
fun. Yeah. So always remember, well, always remember the extra bottle of champagne or prosecco because that helps. But uh always remember that there's friends out there that have so much. If you forgot the Gouda, somebody else has extra Gouda in in their
Yeah.
fridge, right? So, like Eve said, asking for help.
That's what,
We so
yeah.
feel alone when we forgot something, but I can guarantee you somebody has the sugar, somebody has the extra bottle of beer, somebody has whatever you need, but you have to actually reach out and help. Ask for help because what happens to us is we feel that we've got to do this all alone. How many women do I talk to and they are like so overcome, so overwhelmed with all the things that they need to do because they're the only one in their family doing
So that is so true.
the thing,
Everything, cleaning, cooking, buying the present,
all of
wrapping.
it, all of
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
I tell you, I crapped about that every year. I'd be like, I got 18 for Christmas this year. And every year I would be bah humbug. I can remember it. And I never asked my husband once for any help.
That's the funny part, right? My wife keeps saying that, but she said, "Well, just ask for help. What do you want me to do?"
Just
And
ask
then she
for
says,
help.
Can you put the tree up? I can't go choose it with you." I said, "Absolutely, I can choose a tree. Absolutely, I can put it up. It may not be the tree you want, but it's going to be good." And she looked at it and said, "You did a good job picking the tree. First time in 67 years that I picked my own tree, right?
Wow.
Ask
Wow.
for help.
Ask
Like
for help.
it's not supposed to be a Christmas is supposed to be an exciting thing, but so is every single day.
Oh,
Every single day.
yeah.
Leslie's
Leslie's,
my
yeah,
go ahead.
my grandson has excitement every day.
That's
And
what
that's it. That's what we were talking about, Leslie Ann. We were
yeah.
talking before you had joined. It's the kids, right? The kids have excitement. They don't really care, if there's a decoration there or
No.
not.
No.
If there's, even if there's turkey or not, they don't care. You know, so we have to be more childlike, right?
My
We have to have more fun in this and take away some of this. If you don't have the right tablecloth, like nobody notices. And the thing is do you remember?
no.
Like you just don't remember. Oh, that centerpiece in 1985 was the best centerpiece I
I
ever
don't
had.
remember.
You just don't
You
remember.
remember the excitement. The moment you start playing, you're having fun.
That's it.
Do you remember those? Less rules, more letting go, and be excited.
Oh, Trent, excited was the feeling I got when Christmas was tomorrow. And that's what we want people to feel, right? You want people to
Yeah.
feel excited, not, uh-oh.
Yeah. What if
What
Chris
if I forgot something? I can remember. I'm going to tell
yeah.
you a little story, and I haven't told this story ever. And my husband doesn't even know this. So, my girlfriend got married Christmas Eve. She was going to go to Vegas and
Really?
elope, and she
Okay.
didn't because her parents found out and they were
Okay.
upset. So, she ended up having a Christmas Eve wedding because they were leaving to
Oh,
go to Vegas,
okay.
right? And so, of course, we all kind of like scrambled out of work and put our duds on and met them at the church. And, it was all last minute type thing. after her parents invited us back to the house, and we got a little tipsy, and I was supposed to go to Shoppers Drug Mart to pick up Leonard's stocking stuff that day, right? I worked in
Mm,
retail back in the day,
yeah.
and I was just really busy. I hadn't picked up Leonard's sock stuff. So of course he's you know um sober, so he's driving Rachel and I around. Rachel, remember this. And I made him stop at a convenience store. There was nothing open. Handy's convenience store. I literally went in, probably spent a fortune, and filled up the man's sock, right?
Love it.
Came up with the bag, right? Got up the next morning, we're super hungover. But his sock got filled because I stopped at Handy's
Mm,
convenience, right? And and those are the fun things, right?
yeah.
Those are the memories.
Yeah.
Rachel and I still talk about Donna's wedding. Absolutely hilarious. Those are the memories. Christmas with only a barbecue, not oven
Oh,
or
yeah.
fridge. Oh
Right?
my
Imagine that.
gosh,
Imagine
right? It went Christmas. Yeah, Christmas. The lights went out in Riverview. I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
ah,
And people, but the thing is, yeah, I love the fact that you've made, I got a barbecue.
yeah.
You can do everything on a barbecue. I bet you it was the best Christmas dinner. If Christmas was tomorrow, I might be the best Christmas ever. Girl dinner.
I love it.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
It might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that,
Yeah,
Felicia.
I love
Yeah.
that, Felicia. Share the load.
Yes,
Yes,
you do.
yes,
Share the load.
Leslie Ann. That's
Yeah.
what you really have to do. Um, any woman that you run into saying, "Oh my God, like it's just too much." Remind them that there's other people, and we don't ask.
Yeah.
We want to be martyrs. We want to be super women.
We want to,
This is what
yeah.
we do to ourselves, right? I am
Yeah.
super women. I put
Trying to control everything,
when I
right?
put my
Mm.
crampons, when I go to the woods and put my
Hmm.
crampons on, I do that. I feel like superwoman. you ever
With
walk with you
crampons.
ever walk with crampons? Anyways, you can walk on ice.
It's not about, it's the same thing for men. Like, it's not about it's being of service. And, so for men, I would say, look around and see where you can be of service, where you can help and volunteer. Say, hey, can I help you out?
Absolutely.
So there's a two-way street to this thing, right? You can
Yeah.
sit on the couch and just watch your wife do all the things, or you can say, hey, what is there I could do to make this a surprise,
Yeah, and
right?
and you have to say it, kind of like that, because women are really bad. We feel like we have to do it all, and if
Mm,
we don't do it all, then we're less than for some reason. You've probably heard me talk about, on this podcast, how if my husband swept the floor,
mm,
it was obviously I didn't do a good job,
yeah.
right?
Mm.
And in actuality, he
Oh,
just
yes, I
he
remember
had
that.
just walked
Mm,
across the floor with his boots on, and
yes.
and felt that the need to sweep. So, be kind with your women, because for some reason, if we don't do it all, we feel just ever so slightly a little less than. I no longer have that anymore, but it took me a long time to get over my less thanedness when it
So
came to Christmas.
it's
So,
very interesting. I'm going to bring you to a statement thing here.
okay,
What is the biggest problem we have? We run a software company. We make timesheet software and ShowUp. Those are two products we
yeah.
make. The biggest problem we have, right, in our team when we were doing stand-up meetings was guys saying, "I need help."
Yeah, well, we still have that.
Right?
Yeah, we still have that.
Okay, so it's the same for Christmas here, right? You see the ring, right?
Absolutely.
Sharing the load. Yet we have a hard time asking for help,
Yeah.
and we have a hard time taking things off the plate. We don't want to bother, so we don't take something off the table. Now we're getting really good at that.
We're
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 going, right?
getting so
But
much
it's a
better.
practice
Yeah.
to say, "Hey, I can take that. Hey, I can do that." And that's what I did with my wife. I didn't wait for her to say, right? I could see that the tree wasn't like we didn't have time to go get the tree. And I said, I can take that. I can go get the tree. I can pick it myself. If that's what you want, I can do that. And she looked at me and says, okay, you can go get the tree. I said, I'll pick it up. It'll be installed in the not the bedroom, but in the living room tomorrow morning. And that's what I did.
Oh,
Right.
that's amazing.
So it's a practice to say, hey, how can I serve? It's a practice to say,
It
hey,
is.
I need some help.
I need some
Right?
help.
So women don't ask for help, and women and men don't ask for how can I serve, right? And it's not the obvious thing, right? It's like, oh, there's a bag of garbage there. Can I throw that out? Like, can I do that? Can I take care of that?
Yeah.
It's like the simplest things. And if you look at that from a business, because we're a business podcast here, if you look at like one of the famous ones that we remember all the time is the CEO of Starbucks saying, "How can I help?" And
Oh,
he would go
so good.
and find, he would know where the mop is. He would make sure that every Starbucks had a mop, and he would make sure that he knew where it was,
Absolutely.
so that when he visited every Starbucks, when he went to a certain city, he would take the mop out
Yeah.
and wash the floor.
Yeah. Jim Donald,
Jim Donald.
I got a chance to actually see him a few times speaking, and he was amazing when it came to his people. He wanted to make sure, and he was never above them.
No.
Yeah, so the story goes is he had opened a 17,000, the very first 17,000 square foot Starbucks, and he had
Mm.
NBC or I think I can't remember. One of the TV stations came in to record him, and he was, talking with his hands, and he hit a customer's coffee cup and spilt it all
Oh,
over, right? And he was like, "Oh my God, make her a new coffee." And he ran back and cleaned up. And the story the next morning, the headline story the next morning was Jim Donald, the CEO of Starbucks, knows where the mop is.
so you know where the mop is.
That was the story
Okay.
headline, not the very first 17,000 square foot Starbucks has been opened. It was Jim Donald knew where the mop was.
So
So,
I'm going to take you back to the beginning of our podcast here. What we talked about is, being the surprise. Surprise happens when you go and you do something that you don't want to do. If so, asking for help is something you don't want to do. It goes against your biology. Being of service and saying, "Hey, I can do that. I can mop the floor," is against what you want to do, right? This is where the surprises happen. Watch people change when you lean into the surprise.
yeah.
When you say, "Hey, can you help me out?" And then they say, "Well, I can maybe make the cookies." Well, I didn't want you to make cookies. I want you to make a pie. What's the difference, right? Let them make cookies,
Yeah.
right? So letting go and see the surprise. When you ask, "Hey, can I help you with that?" And they say, "No, but you can help me with this." Like, look at the surprise when you say, "Maybe, okay, maybe I can do that. That's out of my comfort zone." Look for
Yeah.
the surprise,
Yeah.
because the surprise happens in the doing. The surprise happens in the letting go. The surprise happens in the unexpected. And be just like Leslie's grandson. Be surprised every day.
Be
What if
surprised every
Christmas was
day.
tomorrow?
Yeah. What if Christmas was tomorrow?
Go Trent.
It's beautiful. It's
Mm.
beautiful. Yeah. Our attachment to things is at an all-time high. It's like Eve said, if they can make the cookies, maybe you don't need a pie this year.
Maybe
Maybe it's
it's
so don't be so
right.
attached because you had a pie every year, right?
Yeah,
I
and I
love
want I
that.
want to say that we had a Christmas party
We
on
did.
Friday, and everybody brought some amazing things. Trent
Mm.
made some amazing rolls. You had amazing pulled pork; it was so
Thank
good.
you.
And
Thank you.
Monica made these cookies.
Cookies.
Did you taste them?
No, I didn't have a
Oh
cookie.
my God, Monica, these
I heard they
amazing
were
cookies.
amazing
I'm not
cookies.
a big sugar guy, but they were really good
Yeah, yeah.
cookies.
You got to have a
Yeah,
sugar cookie though at
yeah.
Christmas, and they were beautiful. I mean,
Mhm.
decorated beautifully too,
Yeah.
right? And she even made like some gluten-free stars.
Yes.
For those of us that can't have gluten. I loved our party.
And Ross did that was such a
Ross
surprise.
does
Like
amazing.
he's an amazing party
He
guy.
really does
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
parties. Yeah, we're so
Yeah.
grateful
It's
for
Ross at
Ross.
party.com.
Yeah. rossparty.com. Love it.
Mm.
All right. This has been our show for Mindset Monday, and we have one more Monday before Christmas. So Eve and I are going to probably wear special hats.
Okay, I guess we are. Mhm. I
I
have
know.
I have special hats.
A special hat.
Yes. Yeah.
I think I might wear it.
Okay, me too.
If I don't have a hot flash, we'll see.
Mhm.
So I'm Shelley Butler.
I'm Yves Doucet.
Love you. Get your workout in. And how are you showing up?